Gotta record. I didn't think a lot of people would join us tonight. Next week, Monday or Tuesday, before I forget.
Tuesday. Monday's my birthday. Definitely Tuesday.
Oh, we can't not have. He's got his birthday coming. The big 40,
56.
56. All right.
Oh,
Anybody else?
today on the tricep push down, I racked the machine for 3 sets of 10.
I'll take it.
Yeah, well, my triceps is still strong. Everything else is terrible, but they're still good.
You you're still a machine, man. You racked that thing after being off forever.
Yeah,
Like not working out for a year. I mean, that's impressive.
and I'm only resting 20 seconds between each set too.
We're gonna add it to my calendar now, Tuesday, 6:30. Adding it to the calendar. Only got a couple people that said something, so you ain't gonna see me on Thursday. It's Christmas.
Oh, come on.
Nope. Nope. I'll be actually, you know what? No, I get the what is it? The mother-in-law on Christmas Eve. That's fun. Remind you of the 3-2-1 rules before bed. We got a lot of Tuesday ones tonight. I'll discuss the 3-2-1. I'll discuss the 3-2-1. Tuesday's open forum. So if there's other questions, get them in there. I'm gonna start with my past. What are we looking at? About 24 hours, 23-ish hours, and just give you my little story tonight, and it kind of relates to what we do here, what we talk about, a lot of things. So feel free to throw some questions in so that after my little spiel, we have some extra things to chat about, not just the 3-2-1. But just, first, I'm gonna throw a question out there. Everybody should answer this. Are we driven by emotion? And this is a personal question. You can be whatever you want. Are you driven by emotion or structure and data? See if anybody actually answers the chat. And then as you think about that, as you throw a reply in there, both, little of both. Krista said yes. So I have my one thing I look forward to every single week. And it's outside of like working out. I enjoy that all the time. And it's not vacation. It's anybody know my one thing I look forward to every week? And and if you figured the last 24 hours, you can probably figure out what it is.
The
Survivor.
Survivor.
Survivor. Like I love that show. I want to get on Survivor. I've been trying for years. It hasn't happened. It's not a vacation. It's not a big event. It's not an extravagant plan. We go, we get tacos, and we watch Survivor every week. That's it. That's my ritual. 7 o'clock on Wednesday, 7:15, we throw Coda in the car, go grab our tacos at Hot Taco, sit on the couch, hit the play button, and it's like the one night of the week where everything is just super predictable. Calendar's blocked off on Wednesday nights. I don't have any rushing, no multitasking. That's when I put the laptop down and focus on the show and turn the brain off, like just for a little bit. So we get home last night, set up the food, start the episode, and my cable starts freezing. And my cable is it's like we use the Apple TV to stream through Spectrum, and it's like beep, 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 freeze, beep, 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 freeze. And I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, I had on something else, like nothing. It's not the internet because I've been on calls all day, no buffering, no anything. Plays for 2 seconds, stops, buffers, freezes again. It's like over and over. And I'm freezing now. Don't tell me
Off
that.
and on.
So
Yeah.
it might be the internet. I thought it was the Spectrum app.
Yes, it is. You just I can hear you, but you're just not moving half the time.
Yeah, you're choppy.
Oh. Don't get me going. This will tie in. This will tie in, but over and over. So as I go, it's like the first 2 minutes of the episode, I have to be quiet because she's right there. She's in the other room. She casually just goes, "Oh yeah, it was doing that all morning." And
Eating.
I've been home most of the day. And I'm like, I could have fixed this. I could have figured it out. My immediate reaction was like, why did you not say something earlier? If I had known, I could have tried to fix it, but now, now now I got to just try and troubleshoot now. I could have figured it all out hopefully before the tacos get cold, before we're settled in. And I'm normally like maybe me 5 years ago, 10 years ago would have been frustrated as all hell. I would have been mentally spiraling, damn cable cursing. But I didn't snap. I didn't even mention it. I was just like, let's just move on. I didn't turn it into a thing. And we tried watching and I played with it in the background, restarting things. I'm checking the connection. I was hoping it would work itself out. It did not. You also know there was a little interruption at 9, so I missed another 30 minutes of the episode. But by 10 o'clock, it had fully crashed. Like everything was unwatchable. And that's where like the old me would have just stayed up all night effing troubleshooting and Googling and trying to just force a solution because I wanted the night to go the way I had planned. And I would have kept saying, no, just one more try. Let me try one more thing. And it's like, let me go down the Reddit rabbit hole, Google everything. And that 5 minutes would have turned into 30, and 30 would have turned into an hour. It would have been 12 o'clock at night. Instead, I looked at her. I was like, we'll just watch the replay. I'm gonna just turn this off. I'm gonna go to bed. And that's where like things start tying back to what we do here. And my question earlier is like that decision, it was simple, it was boring, uneventful. That was like the key. Because the next morning, today, I did not have an optional day. I had an appointment very early in the morning. I had calls stacked right after that up until about 30 minutes ago. There was like zero margin for error in my day. So if I was gonna work out, it had to be at 5 a.m. this morning. It had to get done. That was my window. Miss it. It wasn't gonna happen. And I've been zoned in, focused in, and I wanted to stay on track. So that's what I was like, it's got to happen. So if I stayed up just chasing the problem and being emotional, it wouldn't have solved, the problem didn't need to be solved last night. I wouldn't have woken up on time. I would not have worked out, and my day would have been just behind before I even started. It was frustrating, but it actually worked out. So that's when it kind of clicked to me. That's how like the health and fitness journey plays out for most people. Things don't always go according to plan. Your routine is going to get disrupted. I've had countless, and by countless, there's 4 or 5 of them, calls with people this week that I work with one on one that are just like, shit hit the fan. Like, I came back from this and I got COVID and I have dopey in 3 weeks. And another woman, another running dopey, slipped on the ice and busted her butt. And and they're all very frustrated. And I'm like, look, this could have happened. This could have happened today, 3 weeks before, when hopefully you could pivot and get your stuff back in order. Or it could have happened a day before Dopey and you would have been really miserable, like that you're sniffling as you get on the plane. And look, mostly that's been this entire week. It's that time of year where things just tend to happen because we don't have enough going on. But like things don't go according to plan. The night doesn't go as you expect it. Our instinct as just like humans as creatures is to react emotionally, to try to force control, to fix everything immediately. Everybody I talked to, they were like, I'm on Amazon. I bought zinc, echinacea. I bought this, that, the other thing. The girl that slipped, she got a brace. Good. We're working on fixing it. But like talking to them, and not every problem needs an immediate emotional reaction where like they were frustrated. And it's normal to be frustrated, but don't look at it as a setback. Don't look at it as, the missed expectation as a loss. I turned it around. I said, look, you're sick now. You got 3 weeks to get your butt back in order and get ready for 48.6 miles. It didn't happen 2 days before. So let's just change the glasses, look at it a little differently, you know. And they're like, well, I'm going to miss my workouts this week. Well, the smartest move for you is to know when to stop pushing, know when to give yourself a break because you're sick right now. Let yourself recover and protect your body so that you can fight the battle. You got to fight in 3 weeks. Protect your sleep. That was my thing. I was like, I can go to sleep right now. I love this show. I watch it every week, but I go to sleep right now. My day will. I had a great workout this morning, and I just let go of that thing that actually really didn't matter. We live in the internet age. Like I can stream the show from my phone on the treadmill tomorrow and be fine. But like the fitness journey, it's the health journey. It's not built on the perfect nights. It's generally built on calm decisions. Choosing the recovery over your ego and understanding that tomorrow matters more than what happens tonight. You know, people that make progress are not the ones that just never get thrown off. They're the ones who don't let the small inconvenience turn into a cascade of just terrible decisions. So the night didn't look how I planned, but the morning showed up the way I needed it to today. So that was my win for the day. So hopefully, even if you're emotional, you take a step back and say, could have been worse. Could have been worse. Lady who slipped on the ice could have broken something. Instead, she got a big old bruised tush, and she's in a little pain, but nothing's broken, nothing's fractured, and she can get back after it. So, this is my long story for the night. That's my story for the night. I only got one question in there, but hopefully, with all of the things going on in everyone's life right now, Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, dopey training, kids, life, like you can find a little bit of brightness in the chaos. Find a little bit of brightness in the chaos. And Angela, why do you want to know about the 3-2-1? Tell me what's going on with your sleep.
Oh, I lost the post-it note that I wrote it down on once and I can't remember. And I've just like, I have people visiting and I'm struggling to sleep. And I was like, let's go ahead and just try that 3-2-1 because, I have been eating kind of late. So I can't remember what 3, 2, and 1 are. So, well, I remember 1. 1 is 1 hour before bed, no technology, but I can't remember 3 and 2.
3, no food. And that's been shown to disrupt your growth hormone cycles. So, and all your other important sleep cycles. 2 is hydration. 3, no food. 2, no water. 1, no technology. And the water is because you're
Thank you.
probably gonna have to pee in the middle of the night, and that just janks up your sleep.
Oh, that doesn't matter. Highway's been waking me up in the middle of the night anyway for food, so I just take that opportunity to go to the bathroom if I
Your
need
dog's
to.
name's Highway?
Yeah, her name's Highway.
I had no idea, and I was really confused by that. I thought it was like the highway is waking me up for food at
Oh
night.
no, the Highway.
Oh, it's a cat.
Yeah,
I
she's my
said
cat.
dog. I
Oh,
said dog.
sorry. No, I don't have a dog. You cut out, so I just assumed you said your animal.
What is
No.
happening? I can't
Highway.
believe I keep cutting out now. And of course, I got to get in touch with Spectrum like Christmas week. That should be fun. Oh, man, I feel bad. I'm cutting out. Oh, it's always something. Always something with this Spectrum.
Try turning off your camera. Sometimes that helps when I'm having problems with Zoom
You
at
just
work.
don't want to see my face.
I'm busy trying to cook, so not even paying attention to the video part of it,
I mean,
but
I
it
could
does
try it.
help sometimes.
We'll try it. We'll go ghost mode. There you go. This is a picture of me and Kim on New Year's. So we got to get your sleep back in order. Are you doing any of those things?
The technology one, yeah. I've been trying to read more books, so especially because I had like 5 come off hold at the same time, so I need to get through all of them before they're due. But I just couldn't remember the food and the drink one.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to break that structure too. Like she gets home generally, she gets home late sometimes. So for me, I don't want to eat dinner before she comes. Like I feel like that's rude. We don't eat dinner together, and oh yeah, I ate already. You go figure life out on your own. It's funny being Italian because I'm still talking with my hands even though no one can see me right now. Thanks, Val, for the tech support. I'm still doing my hand thing. But so I wait and think Monday, no. Tuesday she got home a little later because she just hit her PTO for the rest of the year and she got home late. She was like, I gotta finish everything up and ate a lot later. And I was like, oh man, my sleep's gonna be all messed up. We didn't eat till like 8:30. And I felt it. I actually been because I've been using that the Outdoors app. What is it? Outsiders. That yeah, my sleep was a little janky. So it does affect it. I think a lot of people don't think it does until you watch it on something like that. Like, oh yeah, here's how much deep sleep you got. Here's how much light sleep you got. How much I was actually awake in the middle of the night. That one's always creepy. So let's see. If they're ebooks and you can do it, go into airplane mode. It'll keep the books from going off your device. Oh, Val with the hack. Physical books too. I'm horrible. I point at my screen like people can see what I'm pointing at. Same, I'm bad for that too. Story, I'm Italian, man. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Now I have only until Tuesday to figure out my internet. So that should be fun. Try to get that done over the weekend. What's everybody else struggles, questions? Where do you need the most support this week? Nobody.
I need someone to convince the powers that be at work that we need more people on my team.
You need more people on your team.
Yes, lots more people.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that's not something you can help with. I wish it was.
I wish I could help with that too. I wish I could help with that too. I don't really have many good ideas for that one either. I know I've tried to talk Alex off the ledge with her work chaos sometimes. She's our resident, always has work chaos. She's not even here tonight. Look, I answered Angela's question. She just dipped. Rude. Rude. Maybe it's my internet's driving her crazy. Let's see. Nobody else has questions or needs to, I'm gonna have to just prepare something. You have an Oreo shirt on and a Coca-Cola
do.
shirt.
I do.
I'm trying to get people to eat right, and you coming out here with Oreos and Coke.
You know what though? It was my husband's, and then I shrunk it in the dryer by accident. So he's like, "You're gonna have to wear that now." No, my struggle this week is just my son had to switch hockey teams to a completely different team, and because I had planned dopey simulation around his schedule and everything like that, and then he had to switch teams. The team he was on folded, so now he's on a new one, and they're in a tournament this weekend. So now I'm having to kind of like rejig when I'm going to be doing, the two longer runs of simulation. My dog's crying because my little guy just finally got home. His bus was a half an hour late. So that's kind of where I'm struggling is with the motivation because I know what that means, and I know it doesn't even mean necessarily getting up early. It's going to mean running late because he plays at 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday and on Sunday, but it's an hour and a half away and he has to be there an hour before. So I know that means I'm going to be doing late runs on the other side. So I'm struggling with that motivation, that kind of that throwing your hands up feeling of, well, how am I going to do this now? This isn't going to work because it's not going exactly how I thought it was going to. So this is really well timed, actually.
That's kind of what we just talked about.
Yeah, it really is.
So what are your options for getting it done?
It's going to be doing them after we get back from his games, which means I'm going to be doing those long runs like late in the evening. But I'm not able to catch up on the sleep in the morning because we're at the rink at 8 o'clock both mornings. But leaving here at like 5:30 in the morning, so I'm having to do the late runs. I mean, it's good for the sleep deprivation part of dopey, I suppose. It's just in reverse. So, but I'm just struggling with.
Oh, I wish you could see my face right now. You can't train sleep deprivation. For everybody out there, you cannot train yourself to be sleep deprived.
Yeah.
That actually compounds and makes things worse over time.
Yeah, I know. So that's my only options that I have is to do it that.
You stay at the practice?
Their games, so we'll be staying because it's
so
an
you
hour and
want
a
to
half
watch
away.
the game?
Yeah, because the games are there, and then it's an hour and a half away. We won't necessarily come all the way back, but because I'm a slow runner, my 20 miles, my long run is going to take me far more than 3 or 4 hours, right? So
also doing that at night is like really not. Gosh, what?
Yeah, like I'm contemplating. Sunday's the worst day, and of course that's when I'm supposed to be doing my long run. My dog is really excited right now.
What's your Saturday look like?
Saturday's the same. It's the same schedule.
What's your Friday look like? You got to work.
Friday, I'm doing the 10K. I'm doing the 10K portion, the 6.2.
Yeah, but what's your Friday actually look like outside of doing a 10K?
Wide open in that sense, other than the 10K in the morning.
Could you get it done? Could you get it done on Friday?
Like, could I
26
like
in.
swap the runs? You mean?
Could you get your 20 in on Friday potentially?
Potentially, just in the wrong order. But again, that's that whole mental thing of it's not right, you know?
I think
So I could, that could be the option of doing
I
the
think
20 and then kind of doing the shorters.
when we weigh both of the options, when we look at both the options, option A, you leaving it to Sunday and not getting it done, versus
Mhm.
B, you saying, I'm gonna go off the script a little bit. I'm gonna do it on Friday instead because Friday is when my schedule allows me to get 20 miles, and then I'm
Mhm.
gonna because it's much easier to get. You were gonna get your whatever it is 13 probably depending on the program. You're gonna get your 13 in on Saturday somehow,
Yeah,
right?
that I can make work, no
Yeah, you
problem.
can
It's
make that
short.
work, and then 10K sounds much more manageable come Sunday when you've got the chaos.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
that's probably the best option, really. Because otherwise I'd be leaving it to Monday and then it's going to be, is Monday going to come and I'm going to be like, well, the weekend was exhausted and what's the point now? I didn't do them back to back. So what's the
or,
point is,
or I mean, your other option is, and the schedule, it's built around the race schedule generally. Like it's built with the idea of this is when the race is, this is the time in between everything. But
right.
if even if you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if you did 5K on Tuesday, 10K on Wednesday, you're still going in order. If it feels better going in order, that's another option too.
Yeah.
That's
Because when would it be like, when would it be the absolute latest that I really should be doing along the long run? Because I want to be able to taper and not risk injury. So like, would that be like mid next week would be kind of the last option to really do it before I have to start to taper so I don't risk injury?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I would just, take Monday as a rest day so that, and maybe even Sunday dial off. That way you could go back in and go strong on into the sim. I think just the time on the feet, and I would hope I assume there's going to be a couple other people in here that have done dopey before that would agree with that. The time on the feet is going to be the most important thing. And also, I mean,
Right.
there's that mental. So I think there is the value of pushing it forward to Tuesday, and because there's that mental thing that says, "Hey, I know I can do a 5K, a 10K, a half," and you said you're going to go to 20. So
Yeah, just because I had like previous injury, so they don't want me going to all the way to like 23 or 26.
all right, that's
So
that's
sticking
generally
to
where
20. So
it's generally where I push to. And I mean, I
yeah.
was I was on that route this weekend, and it was a little chaotic myself, and the 13-mile walk was an absolute nightmare. Like I was just bored. I was bored. I did
Yeah.
6.5. I was like, you know what? I mean, and I should have never went to the gym because I'm like, I'm just gonna break this up. I'm gonna lift a little bit. And by that point, I was like, I don't want to get back on the treadmill. So I went home. I drove home, left Kim at the gym because she got there much later than me. Drove home, started the laundry, and then I said I committed to getting these 13 miles. I walked back to the gym. I walked back to 4.5 miles, and then I was like, okay, I only got to do another two-ish to lock this thing out. So I finished there. But then we ran on Sunday, and something just didn't feel right. And I know I've done it before. I know I can push myself through when the time comes, but I was just like,
Mhm.
I feel off right now. I'm gonna end up something in my legs didn't feel right. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt myself 3 weeks out. If I got to push myself through day of and ride the struggle bus, I will. But I cut it at 9.
Right.
I was like, great. I said, babe, good luck. Keep going. I'll see you at home. I'm gonna cut
Yeah.
it here. It was like my foot was bothering me, my knee was acting up, and I'm like, huh. So,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying. Like, I don't want to push now. Like, I don't want to push too far, too hard now because, like you, I can push. I know I can push through on the day, whether I'm on the struggle bus. If I was like I told you in my first meeting, if I have to drag myself across, I'm getting
you're gonna
across.
do it.
But I don't want to do that now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we don't want to do that now. Um, and like I think everybody loves to share their wins, right? How often do you see somebody share their losses? So I think you go on social media and you see 50 million people, oh, my sim went great, I feel ready. And, or, very few, actually, you do see a little bit of people saying, hey, I don't feel prepared, but
Yeah.
nobody's out there saying like, yeah, I have no shame telling y'all that, you know what, something wasn't right in my legs and I did not want to, I knew better than to push it. I said, let's ease back. But you rarely see somebody saying that. Like, schedule gets crazy. It's a little funky. You got to get done
Yeah.
what you can get done in your time. And,
Yeah.
again, option C, just saying, screw it, I'm not going to run on Sunday and I'm just going to do 5, 10, and 13. And then you go in 3 weeks and you're like, oh my God, I didn't put in the work and I'm kind of paranoid and you can't
Yeah.
see me right now. I keep forgetting, but I got my hands on my head, like I'm pulling my hair out, like you're freaking out. You're freaking out.
I
And,
can picture it.
and that's not good either. It's not good
No.
either.
That's why
So
I want to get to that. I want to get like that's why I want to get to that 20 and make sure that like getting that one done. Because I mean I've run close to these distances, close to that distance before, but never hit that actual like 2-0. So knowing that I can do that and then going, it's just another 10K. I know that when the day comes, that mental will be there to say it's just another 10K. You've done 10K 1,000 times. You can do that, but getting to that 20 of like that's the hurdle. So I know that for that's why that one is important for me to get done. But doing it on similarly fatigued legs is kind of also part of my mental prep of like knowing I'm tired, but you can do this and getting to that. So that's what I'm wrestling with this week. It's all of that. So
whenever it works is the best option for you, in my
yeah,
opinion. You just get out there and get it done. No ifs, ands, or but like Friday, your schedule's wide open. That's it. I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you all this like it's a solid plan to go and finish Saturday and Sunday with the rest. But your legs are gonna be hurting on Saturday and Sunday.
oh
But
yeah,
you're also, you know what? Your legs are gonna hurt from 5, 10 and a half. I mean, they don't call it they don't call it the happy race.
no.
It's definitely it's kind of the sleepy race. It's dopey. Like it's that
By the time Sunday comes, you're gonna be a little tired.
you gotta be a little crazy to sign up for this thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know? And you get to, I had to pull up the course map. I mean, you say mile 20, and you know you can go another 10K.
And I know I'll be able to get that 10K. I know it's gonna be getting that like getting through that the dreaded Blizzard Beach parking lot, which I know I'm mentally just preparing for that hurdle, but getting through that and then getting to once I get to studios, which I think is around I can't even remember what 20. I think that is around 20. Then it's like I know that Epcot's right there, right? So I think it's around 20. I want to say I can't remember, but that's
Oh, now you're freezing. Now I completely froze. My internet connection is unstable.
sounds like my life.
I'm gonna I might freeze up for a second. I'm gonna tether my oh no, the other one's not good either. My phone's not good. Look, get out there and get it done.
Yes. Moral of the story, essentially.
That's it. That's it. Get the 20 done. What I was gonna say before I froze up, I looked at the course map. 20 gets you halfway down Western Way. Get you halfway down Western Way. That is generally my mental I'm over it point. And I don't even mind Blizzard Beach, but Western Way kind of hits it for me. Once I'm through Blizzard Beach and knowing that Hollywood Studios is up next, Bob said Studios 23.4.
Got
Once I
you.
know that's next, I'm in a much better mental state of mind. So I think, yeah, for you, 20 is a necessity.
Yeah.
20 is a necessity for what I hear.
Yeah, it's just for exactly that meant well, first the achievement of getting to just 20 because I haven't gotten to 20 yet. So doing the 20 and then knowing that it like I said, I'll be able to have that I'll be able to wrestle that mental demon when the time comes of it's just another 10K. You've done 10K, you do 10K on a random Thursday, any given day. So that's nothing. And I'll be able to talk myself out of any kind of hurdle. But if I know that physically I can get to 20, I can push through for another, 6.2 essentially.
You got it. You can do it. You
I
will do
got
it.
this. I will. Manifesting. I will. I can and I will.
I'm going, I'm gonna go and have fun. So I'm hoping I see a lot of people on the course because I'm moseying that full. I want to ride
Yeah.
Everest. I want to ride Everest and enjoy it. Let's see. Random
I
tech
don't know if I'm gonna have
question.
that kind of time.
Getting notifications that new messages are posted, but can't actually open the chats to read said messages. Well, that's a new one for me, Amy. That's a new one. Telegram's usually pretty smooth for me. That's why I went with that one. Are you, I don't know, screen record it and show me what you're doing, and I'll see if I can walk you through it outside of here. Terry can't talk right now, but she's new and struggling with tracking. When food is bad, I avoid tracking, which leads to guilt and totally avoid tracking. Too self-judgy for my own good. All right, one of my rules: don't look at food as bad or good. That sets you up to a real bad mental cycle with food. I look at the tracking as data. As data, the same thing with the scale, where it's like it's just a little bit of data, and if you can wrap that around your head, it's like, man, all right, I'm drinking beer 6 nights a week, and the scale hasn't moved. Well, now we know the reason why. We got the data on why. I don't think beer's. I mean, some people will tell you it's the worst thing in the world, but I enjoy a beer every once in a while. So even then, I track it and okay, well that's probably why we're not moving that fast. What happens if I cut it down to 1 or 2 nights a week, 1 night a week? Okay, scale's moving now. That then the data points in the right direction. And if the macros, if you still fall into the macros, you generally should see the numbers moving in the right direction. Now, macro, it's interest like there's calculators out there. I use a calculator as a starting point. They are all figured out on 5 different things. Those 5 things are your age, your gender, your height, and your current weight. That's 4. These are non-negotiable numbers. I mean, the scale could be a little off. I could step on 3 different scales, get 3 different weights, but it's going to be a general picture. I know for a fact I'm 6'2". I know for a fact that, well, sometimes I'm a little funny. I dress funny, but I know I'm a male. Um, I know my age. These numbers aren't going to change. My activity level is where room for interpretation can come in. And there's other various factors that'll come into play there. But generally, if we fall into, the activity level is the one that can get skewed the most. So if we're, if it's not moving in the right direction, that tells me, okay, maybe we misestimated the activity level. This person has a slower metabolism, a little more muscle, things that could come into play there. Now we have to make adjustments. But we can make those adjustments because we see that data on the tracking. We know you're hitting a nail on the head, still not moving in the right direction. You got to shave a little bit. Now, I can go and eat. I just told y'all my 30-minute story about eating tacos last night, and I get what would probably be considered not the healthiest tacos because I just eat them once a week. I go with a birria one, which is like a delicious Spanish burger thing. It's phenomenal. And it's soaked in this oil. It's delicious. It's probably not good, but I still try to put the information in there because I can see. And if the scale goes up by a pound or two tomorrow, but then it comes back down, or scale goes up pound or two today, and then it goes back down come Thursday. Okay, yeah, that food inflames me a little bit, but I was still, within my calories. It got me a little inflamed, but it didn't cause me to gain 2 pounds. It just caused me to get inflamed. Things balance back out. So there's so many ways you could just look at the data, and then you could also say, all right, well, this is my weak point. Things aren't moving in the right direction. Well, probably because that one serving of peanut butter, which is 2 tablespoons, I had 5 servings, which is 1,000 extra calories in my day. Literally 10 minutes before we got on the call, I was like, I need a little snack. I needed some fuel. I think it was the early wake up call, the lack of sleep, and I took a scoop of peanut butter, and then I took another, and I took another, and I was like, okay, I had to throw 5 scoops in there, and I'm like, you know what? Scale's probably gonna be a little off tomorrow, and now I have the data. If my scale starts going up consistently, hun, stop buying me my chunky peanut butter because I have a peanut butter addiction. So try not to let it, try not to feel judged by it. Food is a very food's interesting. So, like so much of society, it's a what do we do on birthdays? We eat cake with people. We can go out to dinner with people. What do we do on holidays? We make a big old dinner. It's part of culture. It's part of, it shouldn't feel like a guilty thing that you got together with your family and you all had a giant Thanksgiving meal. You got to That's what life is. It's about, getting together with people and you have conversation over food. Somebody say, "Hey, you guys want to go out tonight?" Yeah, well, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go out to dinner or we're gonna get a beverage. Generally you go out to dinner with your friends a lot. So food is good. You got to enjoy those things, but and you don't have to track every single thing. If you're going out to dinner and on a once a week date night or something and you just want to enjoy a meal and you say, look, I don't want the stress of tracking, don't do it that night. Like you don't have to be too tied to it. So try not to look at food as bad. That's my long and short of it tonight. Hopefully that gives you a little. Let me go through the rest of these questions. If you can't take weights with you while traveling and no access to a gym, okay to substitute exercise with bands since they're easy to travel with? Yes, Jennifer, and if you haven't looked at the on-demand library, please go into there because there's also I know like especially traveling like you 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 don't not everybody wants to work out while they travel, but if you do, well, there's I built out shorter workouts because when I'm on vacation, I don't want to spend 45 minutes to an hour in the gym. I want to get some quick 30 minutes in. So I built out a couple band ones. Generally with bands, you're going to need less recovery because you're not exhausting the muscle as much. So I built those a little more circuit style. So just I think if you go on demand library and just look for bands, I'm trying to pull it up in my other window right now. I think I have it listed under bands, workouts, man, programs. There we go. Workouts on demand. I think I tagged all those just bands. I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yep, bands. I got lower body, resistance workout, 3 different trigger ones, which are short, sweet, 6 exercises, kind of things or 4 different ones like that. Only on the first page. Yeah, it's like 7 different ones you can throw into the mix there. But I like bands, especially I'm a person who likes to work out. So if I'm doing 3 days heavy and I've got 3 days on the run schedule, but it's only a 30 or a 45 minute run that day. And I'm like, I got time. I'll do a little lightweight band thing just to move the joints, move the muscle, and as like a little cherry on top type of workout. 'Cause I enjoy it. So there's my rant on bands tonight.
Yeah, I
Man,
don't want to skip, so
you don't
that's
want to skip.
helpful. Thank you. No, I don't want to skip anything while I'm out of town, but I just, I know I can't drag all that stuff with me.
And like I'll tell you what, the on-demand library that I've made is a collection of requests I've received over the years, whether it's one-on-one or somebody in here that said, "Hey, this is happening." I don't know if Patrick, he said, he was going to Israel for a month for work. And he's like, the only thing I have that I can bring is a TRX. My hotel does not have a gym. I built 4 different TRX workouts and then just kept going. I kept like building more. So if there's something you're like, hey, I like the sound of that. That sounds, I'm going here. I want to do this. I like building stuff like that. I got mini band ones, a couple extra, like if you want a dialed in workout, you could, oh, well, you'll have bands. So body weight stuff. So yeah, don't stop, keep moving, girl. You got my support on that. Will I change up the plans for those of us who are running marathon weekend? Shoot me a direct message so I don't forget after this call, and I will probably have those changed by the weekend. Anybody who is in marathon. Just give me the little flag to change things out. I think I've done a couple of them already, but I can't remember everybody's race schedules. And that goes for anytime you got a long run coming, give me like I usually like to change things up about 2 weeks out. So, but if I have the information now, it's going to be much easier, especially with, whoever thought marathon weekend right after Christmas was a good idea. Right after New Year's was a good idea. We need to talk to them. They need to come to Jesus moment. So yeah, but yeah, shoot me a message, direct message in the app. That's the easiest way for me to see them. I'll be doing some updates tomorrow, so that'd be a good one. Good one for me to dial in. Terry likes collecting data. The band workouts in the library are great. Oh, I like that. I love the bands. I like the bands too. My gym locked up the bands. I wasn't happy about it. 42 pounds, Beth. Smokes. How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I'm having issues with my shots that I sleep a lot when I take my shot. So I didn't get out of bed until 5 o'clock this evening.
Oh my
So
God. Hey,
yeah,
you've been consistently working out though again. You back on track.
yeah, ish.
Ish.
But thank you. Yes.
All right. I like it. When are you coming down here next?
Um, we'll be down to go on the Rise and Run cruise. And then our next races are Wine and Dine.
Wine. Oh, it's just wine and dine.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
man.
we're gonna do, well, Mike's gonna do Dopey 2027, I think. So
I'm getting nervous about Dopey 2027.
why?
There are a lot of people that have told me that they're committing to that one. And I'm like, somehow I'm gonna have to figure out how to get into that club thing, which I really can't justify paying for that. I can't. I can't get behind it.
I think we're gonna try and do charities. So
Charity's the way to go.
yeah, I'm
Charity's
kind of excited about
stressful.
that.
Yeah, I did charity for this year's Dopey. Team RWB all the way.
Cool.
Run RWV?
Yep.
Why it's I'm drawing a blank. Running with
No, team, it's red, white, and blue
red,
for
white, and
veterans.
blue. For veterans.
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool. Dale, who you running with?
This year, Kelsey's Hope. Last year, I did it with a Running Passion, which is out of Maine, and they do like shoe donations and stuff to area high schools. And then my first Dopey was with Dragon Master.
You just jump around. You're like a charity.
Yeah.
He what?
I take whatever's available.
Yeah.
I tried to get Kelsey's Hope last year, but that one goes quick because it's one everybody knows.
Well, I mean, they're always out there too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think people like that they see the crew out there and, supporting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know Wine and Dine, I was able to get Team Hope Story for a last minute bib, so that was really cool.
Team Hope Story. I think I've run with them.
Good people. Really good people.
Oh. Dale, did you guys have any trouble raising money for the charities?
Struggled a little bit last year with a Running Passion. I think because it's so niche and localized. But for Dragon Master, and Kelsey's Hope, both cancer, didn't have any issues.
Struggling with my princess fundraising. Okay.
For me, Team RWB, I think I was done in 3 months raising the 2,500. It was simple for me.
That's the joy. You're a vet, man. So
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not
You were.
No, my son is. My son's
All right,
off.
so you got a little tie to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, means something to you. Dale sounds like he just charity hops, man. I'm just kidding, Dale.
Listen, it's for me, it's worth it. I'm gonna start doing more charities and paying for it. It's just easier to raise money in my eyes.
That you know what that's how I felt about New York, where I was like, I really want to do this. If I can't raise the full thing, I'll start saving now, put a little extra away just so I can make that happen. Make it happen because I really wanted to do that one. But I do have that anxiety because I struggled when I did my first California, the one I did in California whenever they came back, the half weekend. But it stressed me out a little bit, so I kind of held off on charities for a while. Struggling with my fundraising for Princess big time. So Princess, I'm gonna tell you one of the ideas a friend gave me because I know we have a different group of people, and I don't think it'll pull from my pool. But somebody recommended to me doing Super Bowl squares, and I think it was I have to do the math. I want to say he said fit. You know what? No, he messaged me it, and I know I got it. Now, if I can remember his name, I know his name. But he recommended doing Super Bowl squares. I know he put the math in the chat. Search Messenger. Yeah, there we go. $25 a square, and then it's you put 12.50 towards the charity and pay out 12.50. Said it was super simple, and it got him 12.50 out of it, and then the winner gets 12.50 too. And people like squares, you got a chance to win. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple websites that'll help you like set up Super Bowl squares. So that's a good call, Val. Work for a company that matches, that can help. Twin Cities ride, 150 minimum. Do the donation myself when work does a double match and then easily meet the goal. Perfect. I figured out how much I need monthly to do the goal. That's what I did. We haven't done charity wheels, but I humbly brag about my 9-year-old who has been the top fundraiser in Michigan 2 years in a row for American Heart Association. That's awesome. Go Mav. What's he doing to hustle?
What?
What's he doing to hustle?
You mean for like fundraising?
Yeah, how's he killing it?
Well, he always makes like a video on Facebook, and then every time he gets a donation, he makes like a personalized video, and then he like goes door to door to our neighbors, and he like asks them for donations, and then he like writes them personalized thank you letters and stuff like that afterwards.
I love
But 2 years in a row, he's raised the top for Michigan, so he does the hustle, that's for sure.
that. I love that. Good for him.
Yeah, he loves it. But we talked about doing it for a race, but we just haven't gotten there yet.
He can only do the 5Ks right now, right? Or can he do 10K?
Yeah, he can do the 5Ks right now, but he hasn't done a princess yet or a Disney one yet. So maybe eventually
That won't
we'll
take
get
long.
there. No, once we can get into them, since Princess was such a mess this year. So
So you said your whole group didn't get in. Who got you?
yeah, we got into the half, but we didn't get into the 5K. So which
Just
is
the half
fine.
or the challenge?
Just the half. I could have gotten to the challenge. It was still open. The challenge was still open, but I didn't feel like doing 2 days in a row this year because I've done the challenge and I love it, but I didn't feel like doing it this year,
Will
especially
you
if I
come,
was trying to get in the 5K.
will you come down? Like, will you be down here for the 5K regardless?
Yeah, I booked my flight, so we'll be there Wednesday night at like 8, and then we're flying out Monday.
I hate to even mention this, as we just talked about people struggling for charity. But if you've been watching Marathon Weekend, people have been popping off, like the charities have been popping off this week saying, hey, we had an emergency bib come up. Nobody could take it. Everyone's had extra bibs from people that didn't hit their fundraising goal.
Yep.
I've seen
So,
that. I saw that on Marathon Weekend for a couple, so I've been trying to
yeah.
watch for Princess to see if something, because we're going there anyway. So
Yeah, it won't come up for Princess until probably 3 weeks out. But if you're already going to be here, then you could kind of
yeah,
make that judgment call then.
yeah, I'll keep looking because I have seen that a little bit, for marathon weekend because I still follow marathon weekend stuff. So that's good to know.
Yeah, my daughter
So,
snagged one for the half marathon last week.
She just signed up for it.
Yeah, she's only got it raised, I think $500 for her too, so it's really nothing.
that's not bad at all.
Nope,
Mm-mm.
nope.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
little, and I think right now they're selling them at cost because I don't know what the I feel like Dale might know this, but I don't know what the deal is where if they don't give up the bibs or if they don't utilize the bibs, they might get allocated less next year. So that's why they end up willing to give them away at cost. I'm almost positive that's the case. I could be wrong.
I think I remember them talking about that on Rise and Run, like about how, if you don't use all of them, like you just said, like they get like reduced, the amount of them get reduced.
Speaking of, we gotta once Bob gets through marathon weekend, we gotta see why his butt hasn't been on here. I gotta call him out.
I'll call them out. If I go, I don't know if I'm going to go on at 8, but if I do, I'll ask them.
I should just pop on there at 8.
You should. So, all right. Everyone's home from sports, so I got to go.
Go be a
But
mom.
all right, have a good night,
Have a good
everyone.
night.
There are like there's let's all pop in at 8. I could
On Bob's.
head on there. Huh?
Let's all pop on the Rise and Run Zoom and be like, hey, so where you been?
Yeah, Bob. Bob, where you been? Tell him I called him out. Alicia too. You can call her out. No, I don't like call people out. Life gets in the way sometimes. Any other struggles, especially as we go towards I feel like the next couple chats will be marathon weekend just pep talks
Yeah.
because we're
And
there.
getting the Dumbo. Yep, that's gonna happen.
Dumbo's gonna feel so easy. So you haven't done a dopey yet, but once you've done dopey, and I will never don't take this the wrong way. Don't take it like a half marathon is a hell of an achievement. But when the year that I did dopey to Dumbo, and there was a 1 week difference, it was like it almost I was like, oh my God, this feels so easy. Because you just come off a nightmare 48.6 and you're like 19.3. 19.3, this will be easy peasy. So I mean it's always going to be a challenge a half, but it just felt so much less. And coming off the dopey high and putting in all the work that you've put in, you're like, oh my God, I got this. I got this. And have you been out there yet?
Yeah, I did Halloween.
Oh, that's right. I knew that. I knew that. It's fun out there.
I loved it. I actually loved it. And I know people complain about the half. I thought having people almost the entire race on the streets was awesome.
I didn't get that my first time doing that. I did not. I was not blessed with having people on the streets the
Oh, it was
entire
great.
time. The first year
It was
back, there was not. We didn't get any of that. So I'm hoping I'm hoping we get to see that portion of it when we go back. I'm excited. It's all of this is right around the corner. I'm like, I'm ready. I might. If I after what we just talked about, I'm gonna keep an eye out for the 5K out in Cali because I'm like, I'm gonna be out there. I might as well get up at 4 a.m. one more day.
That's the easy part for me. I'm up at 3:15, 3:30 every day. That's the easy part.
Yeah, and also time change, so we'll be fine.
Yeah. Now I think I've come to the conclusion I'm not gonna hit 285 for the marathon, which is fine.
I think you're gonna surprise yourself.
I don't know.
Maybe for
Listen,
Christmas.
if I'm lifting weights. I'm not losing the weight. It's stuck, but I'm not going up, which is good.
Can't go up. Your
Nope.
body's got a lot of inflammation with all the training right now. It's gonna fight it a little bit. I'm curious to
Yeah.
see how it reacts once you ease back. Ease back.
Mm-hmm.
Angela, what kind of troubles are you having with fueling?
So, and I know this is just treadmill specific because I hate running on the treadmill and like I'm not when I'm running on like pavement, it's easier for me to sort of figure out when I need to take fuel versus not taking fuel. And on the treadmill, what I've run into is like I'm getting to a point where I'm not taking fuel that I'm actually like becoming lightheaded, where I'm like, oh, that's a problem. And like, I don't know if it's a timing thing or what, because like I'm walking more on the treadmill than I am running, but I'm not. I think in my brain, I'm just struggling with the fueling part of that. So I don't know if anyone has any tips or tricks.
I
Like
mean,
when I'm running on pavement, I know how my body reacts, but when I'm running on a treadmill, it just my body feels a little different. So I haven't quite figured it out.
I'm gonna go. Sarah kind of went same route I would, labeling all the fuel with stickers on what mile to take it at. So I'd make mental note of when you're fueling, whether it's an hour or the 3 mile mark or whatever it is, and just set a timer on your phone or something that dings. All right, I need to hit this fuel. You're burning a very similar amount of fuel. I think you're just treadmill is probably a more comfortable environment. You're temperature controlled. You're I'm betting you're distracted. Do you watch something on the treadmill?
Oh yeah, no, I am definitely watching something. Like I've tried the podcasts and like it's not gonna work on a treadmill. So
You,
yeah, I have been watching stuff. So
so you've got more distraction there. You're temperature controlled, so you're not feeling like you're dying. You don't have elements getting to you, whether it's hot or cold. So you probably just don't even think about the fueling. So I would say, all right, I'm gonna set up this alarm. It's 90 minutes is when I generally take my first one outside, whatever the fuel is, or an hour. I take my second one at 2 hours, and then try that and see how you feel. If it helps, go with it.
yeah, I appreciate the tips, guys.
Terry
Because
has a
I will
hard
definitely
stop at
be
7:30. Bye, Terry. What?
treadmill.
What you say?
Oh, it's so cold in Iowa. I'm definitely gonna be on the treadmill for this weekend too. So
Please stop asking me, everyone, about how cold it's going to be in Orlando in 3 weeks. We don't know. We don't know. And anybody who's been down here for marathon weekend, they could tell you the same darn thing. I've been getting it a lot. What should I expect? I feel off schedule since snow started to fly and keeping up with that. Just trying to get not too frustrated. Snow's gonna do that. We talked, what was that, last week where I hammered Dale out. So to get your butt working out in the snow. Have you gotten it done, Dale?
Yeah, I've gotten out and gotten it done.
We don't get
See?
snow.
But we don't get snow,
Yeah, you don't get snow, but it's been cold.
but it's been cold.
You don't like
But
snow.
but now it's supposed to be so uh, along the lines of you never know what it's going to do. It was what highs of like 22 last week, and by Christmas we're going to be at 70. So
That's wild.
yeah, it's all over the place.
It went from 45 this morning to 80 this afternoon, and I was not having it. I don't know how to dress around here. It drives me crazy. But yeah, Mike, just get in what you can, and the snow's a temporary setback. Get in what you can. Don't get too frustrated with it. I miss the cosplayers for the Disneyland races, but Halloween weekend was still fun. I'm the cosplayer. Is that what are you talking about me? You miss me dressing up like a princess? We do not have costumes for marathon weekend yet. I'm freaking out. Dog says it's time to walk. Good call. Tell them a feeling of -4. Oh, hell no. No empathy for how to dress for me. It's always cold in Canada. I can't even say nothing. Amy with the photo last week, you took the cake. You took the cake. No. So next week we'll meet at Tuesday. Meet on Tuesday. I'm not sure about the following week. I just got news my sister's going to be here, so we may have a week off the final week. And then I feel like Monday. No, wait, we'll be back on. Wait, I'm in the wrong month. Boom, boom, boom. Should we do Monday, the dopey week? Because people are going to be traveling.
Yeah, because I travel the Tuesday personally, and I'm pretty sure everybody will be at least in transit Tuesday or Wednesday, I would say. So Monday makes the most sense, I think.
All right, I'm gonna put it on a calendar.
Yeah, I'll be in Hilton Head on Monday, so that's good.
Oh, tough life.
I'm driving
Right?
down, so I'm staying in Hilton Head for 2 days to relax.
You drive. You
That's
people are
good.
crazy.
Well, you know what it is? I have DVC, so I go down a lot. It's sometimes it's cheaper to drive, and this time it's just cheaper to drive.
I look. I love it. My my sister flew down for my nephew's football game. They have that this weekend. They're flying back up to Connecticut on Sunday or Monday so that they could spend Christmas with the family. And then they're driving back down the day after Christmas to do the Christmas with the kids at Disney. And I'm like, oh my God, y'all are nuts. I couldn't travel 7-year-old and 10-year-old. I couldn't travel that much with them.
That's
Well,
dance.
wait. So I'm driving down with my wife, my daughter-in-law, my 2-year-old grandson, and my newborn granddaughter.
Well, Bob, if you had cut down on beer before, I don't think it's gonna last.
I haven't had a
Actually,
beer
that's
in
it.
2 weeks.
I got jokes. Well, it's the end of the year. Stay on track. I'm gonna go play tech support and see if I can figure out what the heck I did to the internet, or I'm gonna return this new router and just go back to my old Google one and make good decisions. And then we'll meet Tuesday next week. So I'll see everybody before Christmas.
Everyone have a good night. Good luck
Happy
this
Thank you.
weekend.
Fun.
The long runs. Good luck.
Enjoy. Good
Good luck,
luck out there.
everybody.
Bye.